Hi everyone, I have just attended Migration Queensland's seminar today and I've got this lot of information to share with you, and this information is about a 2025-2026 migration program for 491 and 190. It's a state nomination program, and in this seminar the Migration Queensland's officers, they gave us all the criteria, how the program is going to look like. In this video, we're going to discuss this in detail. This video is going to be long. Please stay with me until the end of this video, and please share it with your friends and family who may be benefited from it. If you guys are looking for Migration Queensland's 491 and 190 nomination this year, you got to understand their basic criteria, what their main points are, and we are going to discuss them one by one. First of all, the program is going to open on 19th of September. So it will be open for ROIs on 19th of September. And before that, they will publish all the criteria on the website. Now, what are the differences, key differences from previous years? You're not required to do new EOI. So old EOIs are fine, whether you have done them for 491 or 190 or together, or even if you have selected other states, that's fine as well. But definitely you'll be required to do new ROI, registration of interest, and that will open on 19th of September. Now, key change from last year is small business operator. That pathway for 491 is closing, and last date for that is 19th of September. Any business that has been bought before that would be eligible to apply in this financial year, but any business after 19th of September, if you buy a business or acquire a business or start a new business, that won't be eligible for SBO. That is the change. Now, first stream is a skilled worker living in Queensland. There is a huge change in terms of the criteria. They have their own lists. I think they have roughly 201 and 152 occupations in 491 190 list this year. They are going to give all that information on the website. Skilled worker living in Queensland, the criteria is 6 months of work experience, minimum 20 hours per week, whether that is casual or even it is 20 hours per week, that is doable. And for 190, you require at least 9 months of work experience. And when you are looking at work experience, they also want you to be living and working. You must be living in Queensland and have 6 or 9 months of work experience to be eligible under skilled worker living in Queensland stream. Second one is building and construction. This is really, really important. They are Queensland Building and Construction Workforce. That's a new stream in which they have like specific skills as like carpenters, solid plasters, bricklayers, and core construction related trade occupations are there. Even if you have 3 months of work experience and you've been living in Queensland for 3 months, they can nominate you for 190 as well, in addition to 491. Now, next one is Queensland University graduate. If you have bachelor degree, master's degree, or any higher degree from Queensland University, you can apply for 491 and 190 as well. And in this case specifically, even if you are not in first two streams, you are required to work in closely related occupation. But in this stream, which is Queensland University graduate stream, you could work at any skill level 1 job and meet all the requirements of Department of Home Affairs, and you can still meet the criteria. Last one is a skilled worker offshore for people who are located outside Australia. You can't apply from other states. Please bear in mind, you can apply from offshore or you can apply from Queensland. So for offshore stream, you need at least 1 year of work experience. Now, out of all these things, there are few things that are Queensland going to consider when they select your ROIs for 491 and 190 invitation. Primary thing is skills and qualification. Secondly is salary, really, really important. And third one is how much work experience you have in collective in Queensland. Partner skills and location is also very, very important. These are the selection criteria mainly. They are not going to pay a lot of attention to Department of Home Affairs, those number of points. As long as you meet minimum requirement for that subclass, that is fine. And your selection is purely going to be basis on the strength of your ROI, your employment, your level of English, your partner skills, your work experience, and your location where you are working in Queensland. And obviously, the purpose of the government is to push more people in regional areas. So your regional employment is going to be really, really important. I've also enlisted some other other points here. First of all, ODOIs is okay. I think I have spoken about this, and you will be required to do new ROIs. Important points. Student visa holders cannot apply, even though the work experience requirement can be met by student visa holders, but they are not eligible to apply for ROI in Queensland if you are applying in onshore stream, right? Now, once invited, suppose if Queensland invites your ROI and you put a state nomination application, but you were not able to justify what you have claimed in your ROI and they refuse your nomination, you will never be given another chance in this financial year. Make sure you lodge your applications professionally and your file is decision ready, having all the documents. Don't try to be smart. That the person, the officer from Migration Queensland was saying, last year they had 22 ROI from one single applicant. And can you imagine what they generally do? If you are lodging one ROI today, another ROI tomorrow for different occupation or changing a little bit of details here and there, then your latest one is considered. Sometimes people get disadvantaged because they are not doing it correctly. Don't try to be smart. Do the right thing because it is the right thing to do. Annualized earnings are going to be very, very important again, and on the website they have given detailed information how you can calculate the annual earnings. That information will go on your ROI. There would be ongoing rounds, so there are not set dates for any rounds. They will keep selecting ROIs on probably monthly or maybe weekly or maybe bi-weekly basis. They haven't given any specific timeline for that. And they will not post any invitation round results on their website because of different reasons. And they have, as I mentioned earlier, SVO is closing. And one most important point towards the end of the discussion the officer mentioned was they are expecting more number of places for 491 and 190 this financial year as compared to last financial year. We don't know what the number is going to be, but they mentioned that all the states are going to get their nominated quota in probably 1 to 2 weeks, hopefully by mid next week or maybe end of this week. That was about Migration Queensland. If you guys are looking for professional help, you're not sure whether you're eligible or not, or you're not sure about whether you meet the criteria or not, you have many questions, please head to my website and book appointment from there and I'll be happy to help. Thank you.